Big Yankees news is heating up right now, and there's a lot to unpack, because multiple roster storylines are quietly coming together at the same time. And when you connect the dots, it feels like the Bronx Bombers are positioning themselves for something bigger than it looks on the surface. Let's start with Paul Blackburn, because the Yankees getting him locked in is a move that flew under the radar for some fans. But internally, this is the kind of decision front offices make when they believe stability matters just as much as star power. Blackburn isn't being brought in to headline the rotation, but he gives the Yankees something they've desperately needed over the last few seasons: dependable innings. With the rotation constantly dealing with injuries, load management, and inconsistency behind the top arms, having a pitcher who can give you 5 or 6 competitive innings without blowing up a bullpen is quietly valuable. The Yankees know that over a 162-game season, it's not just about ace performances, it's about avoiding disasters, and Blackburn fits that mold. He's not flashy, but he's controlled. He limits damage when he's on, and he allows the Yankees to manage their bullpen smarter, which is something that has hurt them at times in recent years. Locking him in suggests the Yankees want fewer unknowns heading into the season, especially with questions still surrounding the health and workload of some of their bigger names. Now, shifting gears, the Rhys Hoskins rumors are where things get really interesting, because this isn't just about adding a bat, it's about roster balance and lineup protection. Hoskins has long been known as a power-first right-handed hitter who can change a game with one swing, and the Yankees have been searching for consistent right-handed power to balance out a lineup that can get too lefty-heavy at times. If the Yankees are seriously linked to Hoskins, it tells us they're looking for reliability in the middle of the order, someone who can punish mistakes and take pressure off their stars. The question, of course, is where he fits defensively and how the Yankees would juggle first base and DH duties, but that's a problem teams like to have. Hoskins isn't a perfect player, but his presence alone changes how opposing pitchers attack the Yankees lineup. You can't pitch around everyone when there's legitimate power stacked back-to-back, and that's something the Yankees have lacked when injuries hit. A Hoskins-type bat lengthens the lineup and forces opponents to throw strikes, especially late in games. And that leads us directly to the biggest, most emotional storyline of all, the idea of Cody Bellinger returning to the Bronx. This is the move that has fans buzzing because Bellinger represents flexibility, upside, and star-level talent, all rolled into one. The Yankees value players who can move around the field, and Bellinger checks that box better than almost anyone. He can handle the outfield, slide into first base when needed, and still provide power and athleticism that fits Yankee Stadium perfectly. The short porch in right field has always been friendly to left-handed hitters, and Bellinger's swing naturally plays into that. Beyond the numbers, though, there's something about Bellinger that fits the Yankees' identity. He brings energy, playoff experience, and a calm confidence that matters in big moments. If the Yankees are truly exploring a reunion, it signals they're serious about not just making the playoffs, but making noise once they're there. What's fascinating is how all three of these storylines connect. Blackburn provides stability. Hoskins brings power. Bellinger adds versatility and star presence. This isn't random. This feels like a front office carefully filling gaps rather than chasing headlines. The Yankees know their window is always open, but they also know that simply relying on big names hasn't been enough. Depth wins championships. Flexibility wins championships. And having multiple ways to construct a lineup on any given night gives a manager options, especially in October. You can also sense that the Yankees are preparing for the unexpected. Injuries happen. Slumps happen. Trades don't always work out. By locking in pitching depth, exploring power bats, and keeping versatile players in the mix, they're building a roster that can absorb shocks over a long season. Another layer to all of this is clubhouse chemistry. Blackburn is known as a professional, steady presence. Hoskins has a reputation as a competitor who brings edge and leadership. Bellinger has been through highs and lows at the highest level and understands what it takes to handle pressure in big markets. These are not just stat-based decisions, they're culture decisions. The Yankees have been very aware of the need to balance talent with accountability, and moves like these point toward a more complete team rather than just a top-heavy one. Of course, nothing is official on every front yet. The Yankees aren't standing still. They're making calculated moves that may not always dominate headlines, but absolutely matter when the games start counting. Fans should be paying attention not just to who the Yankees sign, but why they're signing them. Every move tells a story. And right now, the story is about building a roster that can survive the grind, adapt to adversity, and still have enough firepower to win when it matters most. If Blackburn continues to give reliable innings, if Hoskins finds himself in pinstripes adding thump to the lineup, and if Bellinger truly makes his way back to the Bronx, the Yankees could be looking at a roster that feels deeper, smarter, and more dangerous than it has in recent seasons. This is the kind of quiet momentum that championship teams build long before October arrives, and the next few weeks could tell us a lot about just how serious the Yankees are about finishing the job.